Alright, so this is how to make entities in Minecraft. So what you want to do is go on any browsing website that you have, search up Blockbench, then you can open it. You can either download it or just open it from the web app. I usually just go for the web app. So once you click one of those, what you're going to want to do is, well, you don't have to go down here. What you're actually going to have to do is go to File, go where it says Plugins. You see the ones I already have here. The one you're going to search up is Minecraft Entity Wizard, right in this little spot. Once you got that, then you should have it right here. You can also get Minecraft Item Wizard and Block Wizard, but I'll do that in a different video. For now, we're focusing on an entity. So you could name your entity. For now, just make it test. And you could choose whatever you want. Usually I go for the golem, because his animations import well whenever I use him. So I guess I'm just going to start off with the golem. You can even change his behavior. You can make him a zombie, a warden, a ravenger, a sniffer. There's a lot of things you could change the AI, but I'm just going to keep it the same. You could have the default loot, no loot, or custom loot. For the custom loot, it shows you this. You could add a pool. You could put whatever you want. You could put like a button. You could change how much you want. And I don't actually know what this one is, but you could change the number for this. Next, you could change its spawn egg. You have a variety of them, like red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, blue, pink, purple, and red again. But now I'll just make it green. Next, you're gonna wanna export this into this is how you export it. So you go to this, it shows pack name. For now, just put it as test. You can put it as whatever you want, but I'm just gonna put it as test. Now don't download the file, or else it's just gonna get the unmodeled one. What you're gonna do is get rid of that, press continue, and then you get shown this. Now before you do anything, you're gonna want to go to File, go to Project, which is the very top. Go to this. If you have it on Box UV, you want to change it to Preface UV. That way the textures get stretched out. But with Box UV, it actually breaks the textures. So that's why you should use Preface. You could turn you could turn whatever you want into something you'd like. Like you could turn this into a earth golem. You can press either copy and paste, or you could just duplicate. I usually just press duplicate. If you see them glitching out like this, you might either have to shrink it, or you might have to change the positions. But this is basically how you use this first part. So the one I just showed you is called the move button. These are all the buttons at the top. It's called the move one. It's where you could just move everything. The next one is resize. You could just resize everything like this. You can also rotate, so you could move this as much as you want. You could, although I don't know what the pivot or anything else does, these are the ones I mainly use. If you want to create a new square, Hold on, let me just go to this. If you want to make a new square, you also might have to press this. If you want it to have bigger textural spots, then go with box UV, but I usually don't do that. So you could change the textures of this new block. You could put it in one of these. These are like little spots where you could put in the block. You can either put it on the head, the body, which is everything, the arms, and the legs. For now, I'll just leave it like that. So you could move this guy's body around however you want. If you click on the group, which is this button, I usually don't use this. I just use the groups that are already here. But you could use these groups and put in your own boxes. But usually I just do this. So once you got like the layout of what you wanted, you could, if the textures bug out, just shrink it down, that way it doesn't happen. Now on to paint. You could paint this guy as much as you want. This paintbrush, if you go to something else, it will, sometimes it could show you like smooth brush or the normal brush and another brush. I forgot what the other one is, but it shows you 3 options for it. I usually go for the smooth or the normal one. So you could just color him in. You could, with this, this one's a copy brush. I've never used it, but I think you could figure it out with some other videos. But for now, I'll just show you the ones I know. This is the paint bucket. It makes the whole thing have that one color that you choose. There's the eraser. It erases all textures on that one spot. This one is to take a specific color. So say you want like this shade of white. Well, with that you could get the same shade of white or gray. Oh yeah, this one is the perfect brush. That's the third one. Sometimes this would pop up. And you could change the shape of your circle, your drawing to look like either a square. Like, hold on. Let me make it a 4. It shows as a square, but for this one, it shows as a circle. Next, like you may have saw while I was trying to show you this, was that you could change how these look. I usually don't change this, I just keep it how it is. So I just use either the size or the softness. The softness just makes it less bright, like this. It takes a couple more clicks in order to get a higher shade, but I like doing this. Next is the animate. You could animate him. You could change how his arms are. You can use the rotate and the resize. But I'll get to the animating later. For now, I'll just try and just make him like a golem for the test. For now, I'll just make him like an earth golem. Just add some dots. Alright, I think that looks good for now. Hold on. Let me just give it a this. It was just a show. But you could take these arms. Down here, you could either choose jump to the start of the animation or jump to the end of the animation. For the start, when you're about to make an animation, you get like this tiny thing. I don't know if you could see, but there's this little tiny thing which is the end. Which is the end of the animation for them. So you could make a cool animation. For now, I'll just do the attacks that the golem does. Like where he puts his arms up. You could also animate a little bit more on him if you want. For now, it's just gonna be like this. You don't have to do the flower animation if you give him a different AI, but I'll just put it like this. Usually, you don't have to really give him an animation. It kind of just has his arm out, which is the animation. For his moving, that could be a little bit weird, cause even if they're not moving, this would be like the idol, I guess. So you could just change the legs if you want, change how they move. Let me just do this quick animation. Sometimes when you're animating something else, they might come with pre-animated parts, like how his arms were just moving. You could just rotate his legs. And then you got his walking animation, or walking towards a target animation. Next, you're gonna get the walk. Usually these don't walk or something. I don't know, I just can't really find this animation, but yeah, you could still animate it if you want. I still animate it, even though I can't really see it in game. I still do it. Next is the walk animation. You could it's better if you stop it when his body's in the same position for when he started. That's a better looping point. But for now, I'll just keep it like this because he's a test. At the bottom, you could see a set marker. That's where you could like set sounds for them if you want. I've never used these ones, but I have used this one before. So what you want to do next is go to like where this big texture thing is. Look down. You'll see this small little thing. I just clicked on it. You're gonna wanna click on this little box. Then you're gonna want to export them into an MC add-on entity wizard. Press this, and then press download file. And then what you're gonna wanna do is press on the file that pops up in the corner for Blockbench. And then you have to wait for your Minecraft to load. And then once it loads, it should show that it should say that your add-on imported successfully. Like right here, it says import started. Successfully imported test. It'll say it twice for both the textures and the resource and the behavior. So you could create a new world or in an existing world. I can't really get my mods to spawn naturally, so you might have to go in creative. For now, I'll just call this world test, like my mod. You're gonna have to go to behavior if you want both the resource and the behavior to pop up at the same time, because it gets tedious to keep picking these, like resource and then behavior. It gets tedious. So once you find a mod, it should appear at the bottom if you don't have any other mods. If you do have any other mods, it will appear above the mods on the marketplace. So once you wait for everything to load, you should be... Sometimes the resource and behavior might not go through, but it's still nice to try. also, what you're gonna want to do is go to your spawn eggs all the way down, see your test mob or just a mob you made, and then his animations should fully import. Now I'm gonna show when he walks to an enemy. His attack might not import, maybe. Like one of his animations might not import, but it's still pretty good. Like his animation walks sometimes, for me at least. But yeah, that's how you make an entity in Blockbench. And like and subscribe.